Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel where we delve into the fascinating world of the British royal family. Today, we have some truly intriguing developments to discuss, touching upon both the present duties of the younger generation of royals and the potential future paths of those who have, until now, largely remained out of the intense glare of the public eye. We'll be exploring a delightful announcement concerning Princess Eugenie, and in contrast, some expert insights into the potential trajectory for Lady Louise Windsor, daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Before we embark on this detailed exploration, if you cherish these glimpses into the lives and roles of the royal family, do remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you these updates and analyses. Now, let us begin with some rather heartening news concerning one of the king's nieces, Princess Eugenie of York. In a truly welcome development, it has been brought to light that Her Royal Highness has been entrusted with a significant and special undertaking directly by her uncle, His Majesty King Charles III. This appointment sees Princess Eugenie stepping into a pivotal mentoring role within a key initiative of the King's Foundation. The King's Foundation, for those who may not be fully aware, is a registered charity established by His Majesty, dedicated to creating positive change in people's lives and building sustainable communities. It offers a wide range of education and training programs, from traditional arts and heritage crafts to health and well-being initiatives, and promotes environmental sustainability. It's a cornerstone of the King's philanthropic work, reflecting his long-held passions and commitments. The specific network Princess Eugenie will be involved with is known as the King's Foundation 35 Under 35 Network. As the name suggests, this initiative brings together 35 exceptionally talented young individuals, all under the age of 35, who are making remarkable contributions in various fields. These chosen candidates are united by a shared ambition to effect meaningful change in the world around them. The network specifically champions those working towards advancements in areas incredibly close to King Charles's heart, namely sustainability, the preservation and evolution of traditional crafts, and the vibrant world of the arts. Princess Eugenie's role within this prestigious group is to serve as a mentor. This involves guiding, advising, and supporting these bright young minds as they navigate their respective fields and strive to make a significant impact. It's a role that requires wisdom, empathy, and a genuine belief in the potential of the next generation. Her Royal Highness herself has shared her sentiments regarding this new appointment, stating unequivocally that she is delighted to be involved. She expressed her enthusiasm for working with this group of exceptional young people who have been selected thanks to their outstanding work in areas the King is passionate about. This statement underscores her personal connection to the initiative and her alignment with the King's vision. It also highlights the caliber of the individuals she will be mentoring, recognizing their already outstanding work. This particular appointment of Princess Eugenie is seen by many observers as a significant sign of the evolving landscape within the monarchy. In recent times, particularly amidst His Majesty King Charles's period of recovery following his cancer diagnosis, there has been a noticeable shift. Non-working members of the royal family, that is, those who do not undertake official duties on a full-time basis funded by the sovereign grant, have been increasingly visible and active, stepping up to support the monarch and the core group of working royals. This increased involvement helps to maintain the monarchy's presence and continue its charitable and public work, especially during periods when senior members may be temporarily indisposed or when the structure of the monarchy is being discussed in terms of potentially becoming slimmed down. Princess Eugenie, alongside her sister Princess Beatrice and other cousins, has been among those demonstrating a willingness to lend her support where needed. This mentoring role, directly assigned by the King and tied to his personal foundation, is a clear example of this increased involvement and trust being placed in members beyond the immediate line of succession who are not full-time working royals. It's a practical way to utilize their skills, platforms, and dedication to support the King's charitable endeavors. However, while we see some non-working royals embracing new roles, the future path for others remains a subject of considerable discussion and speculation among those who follow the royal family closely. One individual whose potential future role is often pondered is Lady Louise Windsor, Lady Louise Alice Elizabeth Mary Mountbatten. Windsor is the elder child of Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, and his wife, Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. Born in 2003, she is currently a student at the University of St. Andrews, pursuing a degree in English, following in the footsteps of her cousin, Prince William. Lady Louise grew up largely outside the immediate glare of the royal spotlight, residing with her parents and younger brother, James, Viscount Severn, at Bagshot Park in Surrey. While she occasionally attended major royal events like Trooping the Colour or Christmas at Sandringham, her parents made a conscious effort to give both their children as normal an upbringing as possible, away from the constant public scrutiny that accompanies senior members of the royal family. Now, with Lady Louise approaching the completion of her university studies and the landscape of the monarchy subtly shifting, royal experts have begun to discuss and debate what her future might hold. Specifically, they are questioning whether she might eventually take on a role similar to that of her mother, Duchess Sophie, who has become an increasingly prominent and respected working royal, undertaking a significant number of engagements and representing the crown both domestically and internationally. Some experts are suggesting that it is quite possible, perhaps even probable, that Lady Louise may choose to emulate the path her mother has forged. A path steeped in public duties, responsibilities, and, of course, the inherent public scrutiny that comes with such a position. In a recent episode of the aptly named A Right Royal podcast, royal author Robert Jobson weighed in on this very topic. Jobson is a seasoned journalist and author with extensive experience covering the royal family, offering insights often based on his deep understanding of the institution and its members. His opinion carries weight within royal commentary circles. Mr. Jobson expressed his belief that it is very unlikely Lady Louise will opt for a more central, prominent position within the working ranks of the royal family. He didn't seem entirely convinced by the idea that she would automatically step into a full-time royal role simply because her mother has done so successfully. He elaborated on his perspective, pointing out the distinct public image cultivated by Duchess Sophie. He stated, "I'm not so sure about that. Sophie presents a very queenly image, and she's venturing into military endeavors. She's also known to be very close to the late Duke of Edinburgh." Here, Jobson highlights Sophie's regal bearing and her increasing engagement with the armed forces, taking on patronages and honorary titles previously held by senior royals, including Prince Philip. He also reminds us of the particularly high esteem in which Sophie was held by His late Royal Highness Prince Philip, a bond that perhaps solidified her position and respect within the family and the institution. However, Mr. Jobson quickly pivoted to what he considers the real question, the pivotal consideration when contemplating Lady Louise's future role. He posed the question, "The real question is whether her daughter actually wants to do it. This cuts to the heart of the matter, the importance of personal desire and inclination when it comes to embracing a life of public duty." He continued, offering his personal assessment based on his observations. "I don't get the impression that either her daughter or Viscount Severn would necessarily desire that kind of public life, and that choice truly needs to come from them," the royal expert added. Jobson is suggesting that from what he has seen and understands, neither Lady Louise nor her younger brother James instinctively yearn for the kind of life lived constantly in the public eye, attending engagements and being the subject of widespread media and public attention. Crucially, he emphasizes that the decision must authentically originate from their own inclinations and wishes, not from external pressure or expectation. Mr. Jobson further elaborated on the significant commitment involved in taking on a working royal role and the formidable nature of public scrutiny. He shared, "It's a significant commitment as the public spotlight can be intense once you're in it." He acknowledges that stepping into such a role is not a minor undertaking. It demands considerable dedication and a willingness to live one's life under constant observation and judgment. The glare of public attention, he notes, can be quite formidable. He then contrasted this potential future with their upbringing, explaining why a sudden shift now might be challenging. Currently, they've been very well shielded due to the current arrangements. This refers to the conscious decision by their parents, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, supported by the late Queen Elizabeth II, to allow Lady Louise and Viscount Severn to grow up as privately as possible. They were not given HRH titles at birth, although they were eligible. and their parents expressed the wish for them to make their own choices about using titles and taking on royal duties when they were older. This has meant they have been carefully protected from the full glare and pressures that children in the direct line of succession face from a very young age. Jobson concluded his point by suggesting the difficulty inherent in changing this dynamic now. Pushing them forward now might be difficult, he stated. Having been raised with a degree of privacy and autonomy, encouraging or expecting them to suddenly embrace a life of intense public duty and constant scrutiny at this stage could indeed prove challenging, both for them personally and for the institution. It implies that their formative years have perhaps prepared them more for a life outside the strict confines of full-time royal work than within it. This expert perspective raises important questions about the future composition of the working royal family. As the senior generation ages and the monarchy adapts, the roles and willingness of the younger, less central members become increasingly relevant. While Princess Eugenie's new mentoring role demonstrates a capacity and willingness among some non-working royals to support the king's initiatives, the insights regarding Lady Louise suggest that this willingness may not extend to embracing full-time public duties for everyone in the extended family. The decision for Lady Louise, and indeed for Viscount Severn, will ultimately be a deeply personal one. It will weigh the sense of duty and potential contribution to the institution against the desire for a more private life and the freedom to pursue independent careers, much like their cousins Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie have done, alongside their limited royal engagements. Duchess Sophie has carved out a successful and respected path as a working royal, earning praise for her dedication and professionalism. It would be understandable for some to hope Lady Louise might follow a similar trajectory, bringing fresh energy and perspective to the royal fold. However, as Robert Jobson points out, the desire must be her own. A life of royal duty, particularly in the modern era, demands a unique blend of resilience, dedication, and a genuine willingness to live under constant public observation. So, as we look to the future, it appears we may see a varied landscape among the younger members of the extended royal family. Some, like Princess Eugenie, may take on specific, meaningful roles supporting the king's charitable work and patronages. Others, like Lady Louise and Viscount Severn, may choose paths that allow them greater privacy, contributing to society in different ways, perhaps occasionally supporting royal initiatives, but not becoming full-time working royals. This nuanced approach reflects the changing times and the increasing recognition that individuals, even those born into the royal family, should have a degree of agency in shaping their own lives and careers, balancing tradition and duty with personal well-being and aspirations. In conclusion, today we've seen a glimpse into the present and potential future of the younger generation of the royal family. Princess Eugenie is stepping up in a significant mentoring role within the King's Foundation, showcasing the willingness of some non-working royals to support His Majesty's vision, particularly during this period of adjustment for the monarchy. Conversely, expert opinion, specifically from Robert Jobson, suggests that Lady Louise Windsor may well choose a different path than her mother, opting against a central full-time working royal role due to the intensity of public life and the fundamental need for that choice to stem from her own desire. This certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the future shape and composition of the working monarchy, and the delicate balance between duty, tradition, and personal choice for those born into this unique institution. What are your thoughts on this? Do you believe Lady Louise will eventually take on more royal duties, or is a more private life the likely path? Let us know your opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for our next royal update, where we'll continue to explore the fascinating world of the British royal family. Thank you for watching.